Sometimes you gotta take the Milwaukee to it and hammer it back on. Or hammer the nut back on. Alright. So, I shouldn't do this, but get the dirt in the interior. Oh, this is pretty trippy. One of my magnetic, or one of my challenge coins got stuck to my phone. Because to me it was really, really freaking loud when that came off, and the wife didn't even hear it inside the house. Alright, so what I did earlier was I pulled down here, came down to the mailbox, grabbed the mail. Staying on my property. And there you can see the burnout marks. So we'll get to rolling, and then we're gonna burn. Oh man. That's fine. That's the training for it. I will be putting a thermostat inline right here. Little wires and interrupt, it'll only come on at 190, but right now it's wired on all the time. But the muffler stayed on that time. That was pretty wild. She got kind of sideways on me. There's no bed. No fender, no nothing. It's really light. But yeah, it's obviously up to temp. Go over to the other side and grab the Phytech unit. So I can program this thing and then disconnect the Phytech. Right now she's not even really programmed. She is like on her lowest setting. I've not done anything other than the basic setting that Phytech offers for this setup. Granted, this is all everything's all set up for this, for the fuel injectors that are on it. Let's see what we got here. Engine temps at 192. Let's see, where do I got the fans? That's what I was doing yesterday was setting up the cooling fans. I'm still playing with them, so let's see. I got cooling fan 1 to come on at 169. I'll be changing all these. And fan 2 to come on at 188. Those will be interlinked to the trinary switch for the AC. I understand if I hook that up the way I'm thinking I'm going to, because it's enabled, is when I turn on the AC, because it'll know that I turned it on, because it'll get a signal from the system, then it'll fire off both fans. So that's controlling, that's the MSD. It's controlling this MSD unit right here. This is the Rebel off-road wiring right there. That's their harness. This is the Phytech. You can see I got a couple wires hanging out. This isn't active. It would need a fuse right there for this to be active. This one right here feeds my active. We got 12 volt reference or 12 volt power right there. I'm waiting on my other Dakota Digital dash to come in, and then I'll put it in, and then the dash will be closed up. I'll put the glove box in and hook up the radio and all that stuff. Run the vacuum for the heater box, and I'll probably also run the windshield. This is a windshield washer bottle. This is the coolant overflow. Get back out of here. And if I was going to change anything, this is the Phytech. A lot of guys pick on the Phytech, but I have not had zero problems out of this thing from the get-go. I followed their instructions on how to set it up and didn't have any issues at all. Zero. Now the cool thing is I can get in here, and this is actually where Robbie would be looking at for the line pressures, torque converter, and all that stuff. That's all in here. And basically what I did was I went into the Phytech initial and then told it that I'm an automatic transmission. I wanted the dual band. It's got knock sensors, so it's got knock control. It's got knocks on there. Yeah. And then if I was to click on the engine setup, it'd take me in there wanting to set up the fuel injector pulse rates, injection, and all that. But I've already done that, so I don't want to get in there and mess that up. I can look at specific large gauges, like right now if I wanted to know, I could pick my RPM. This thing is set up for boost, if I ever did boost. But I can have my RPM, my map, my coolant temp, the gear, speed, TPS, spark, fuel, injection percentage, upshift, downshift, line pressure, TCC lockup, all of this, and I can actually put this into, if I get back here, I'm not going to do it right now because we're running and I'm filming, and go into handheld software mode selection. I can go ahead and get into one of the guys has a video on how to do a tablet or onto your iPhone, but all I'm worried about right here is here. This all this information through a body control or a BCM module. Basically, I've got a CAN system on here. When I'm all said and done, I'll get all that information on the data screen for the Dakota Digital for the RTX. So I won't have to worry about any special gauges or anything. I can get everything onto there because I'll be able to share everything through the Phytech BCM. So the Dakota Digital has a BCM module that actually will transfer all of the Phytech to the Dakota Digital and share the information and give it all on different displays. I had an all digital dash, which is over there on the passenger seat from Dakota Digital. I decided to go with the RTX. Cool thing on the RTX is I get double feed on it. I can program it and set it up and read off of an app from Dakota Digital, and I can also program from that same app, which will make my life a little bit easier since I'm integrating so many systems of so many different makes, models of vehicles. When I'm all done with this build, I have to literally sit down and write everything out, where every part came from, which I've kept a record of, and what everything comes from, including like my drive shafts. So if somebody else has the rig, or they're out of town, we can actually get a part. Like if I blew this rear drive shaft apart, I'd be like, okay, go get a drive shaft from an 05 Ford Excursion. If I blew the front drive shaft, all right, go get one out of a 95 Dodge B250 four-wheel drive with a Cummins manual transmission. Boom. And yeah, and I can have either my buddy at K&M make those, or I can order them directly from Rock Auto for a lot cheaper than ordering them from Ford or ordering them from, say, O'Reilly's or AutoZone. But when this is all said and done, Kevin will be making custom drive shafts for it, but to these lengths and to these builds. So I'm redundant on this build where I put parts on, take parts off, get rid of them. It's just the way I do it. Not the proper way. Definitely not the TV way where I'm done in 2 weeks or 1 week and completely built, because my problem is I want to play. I like to try new things, and I want to make sure it's going to work. So that's why I don't mind if I break it before I even get the body on. I mean, I'm not going to break it. I got rock crawler suspension, and I've got fully built out axles that are originally from my purple 2017 Rubicon. They've had a lot more abuse than what I'm giving it right now. And they've got all Yukon gears in them. They're going to take the hit. They're going to take the punishment. There's no, if I can take them off-road and beat them up Sand Hollow and Utah and all the trails up here in Northern California, yeah, and I haven't broke a gear, broke anything internal, yeah, it ain't happening. So, but one thing I've noticed on this rig is with the hood up, open right now, I'm continuous. I never get over 208 in the temp. So I haven't decided if I'm staying fully electric, because I do have room if I want to go back to mechanical. The only problem I would have with mechanical is I'd have to get a different shroud, which is not a big deal, and I would have to reinvent my air filter, because right now I'm using a Spectra. So that's a Spectra filter with a Spectra throttle body adapter. The middle piece in the middle is ironically from the hardware store. It's just a drain section of drain coupler. But it fits in there perfectly. It's nice and smooth. It's nice and clean. It's black. So yeah. So that's a Corvette brake drum or brake master. That's a Cadillac master or brake booster. Yeah, it's been converted, all discs, front rear, conversion bar, all stainless lines. And then I have such a mixture in here. We have obviously JK interior set up. I have everything from a 71 through an 83 J series and Wagoneer series in here. But I even have YJ. Like the throttle pedal is a YJ, that whole setup. And I'm running a non-Rubicon box. I had a Rubicon box. I took it out and swapped over to the conventional JK box. Running 2008 Chevy LS L76 that has the displacement on demand deleted. And let's see, what else I got? So it's Texas Stage 2, Texas Speed Stage 2 cam, V-Long delete, and fully rebuilt engine. I did that in the shop. It's got a 4L65 transmission built by Robbie. Basically, it's a 4L60 that he put all the upgraded guts in it. And yeah. So, all right, I'm out. Well. Now you can really see the burnout marks from way down. This is a new set. I don't want to make my neighbors upset, so I'm not going to do too many. Yeah. I don't think that's the way I'm supposed to treat brand new tired though. Oh well. One of these days I'll get the 35 Plymouth going. This is 305 YJ. I don't need to sell it, but I should sell it because I don't ride it or drive it. Got my Doom buggy. Don't drive it either. 06 LJ cream puff. There's another 71 Gladiator truck, just like that one. 72 Jeep Commando. My 54 International. I have two more trucks at the shop, a 68 and a 71. Yeah, 53 Merc that I've been slowly working on, trying to get back on its wheels. And then I have an 83 Wagoneer hiding in there. And yeah. And we have 2011 Can-Am Spyder RT SE5, 3,500 miles. Runs great. I need to get off my tail and sell it. All right. I'm out.